Often, my family meals require a gluten-free option, and that's easy to do when you're serving a plain meat, a relatively plain meat with mashed potatoes and a couple of vegetables. But when it comes to dessert, it gets a little more complicated. So even though I make with my cheesecake recipe that I've posted on this YouTube channel, I make it gluten free because I don't put any flour in the filling, but I just buy a gluten-free crust and use for those occasions. So I was really excited a couple of days ago when I saw somewhere on social media a recipe for coconut ricotta cheesecake. So this is the first time I've tried the recipe, and I really hope it turns out well. But anyway, I'm going to try this new recipe, and I believe it originally came from a website called Hungry Happens. The first thing I'm going to do is to set my oven to preheat at 350 degrees. I've put the ricotta into a stainless steel colander, and it's in between a double layer of paper towels, and I've got an iron skillet. You can use anything that's heavy in an attempt to get most of the moisture out. It'll probably take about 30 minutes for the ricotta to drain, and in the meantime I'll go ahead and gather the rest of my ingredients. Right, so now I'm going to take a springform pan, an 8-inch springform pan. Now the recipe called for an 8-inch round cake pan, but I'm using a springform pan. So I'm lining the springform pan with parchment paper. Trim the excess. Now I'm going to take some butter. You can use butter or oil or Crisco. And grease the inside of the pan. Okay. So our pan's ready, and I'm going to set that aside. Now I'm going to take the drained ricotta and put it into my mixing bowl with a 1/2 cup of sugar. So that's 16 ounces of ricotta cheese and a 1/2 cup of sugar. And the recipe says you can use any kind of sugar you want, but I'm using just granulated sugar. And then mix that up till it's smooth. And then you need 3 large eggs, and I'm going to add them separately, one at a time. And beat after each addition. And I have just shown you one of my bad habits. I have a habit of breaking the egg right into my mixing bowl. And I got into trouble doing that not too long ago because I ended up getting some eggshell in there. And I added it while my mixer was going. So I had to start all over again with new ingredients. Wasted a lot of ingredients. But it's always a good idea to break your egg into a bowl first. and then add it, because the egg could be bad, or you might have a little eggshell in it. All right, now I've been a good girl. So now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of cornstarch. 1/3 cup of cornstarch. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. A pinch of salt. A teaspoon of vanilla extract. Or you can use rum according to the recipe, but I'm going to use some of my Watkins pure vanilla extract. I either use Watkins or my homemade vanilla extract. Now I'm going to mix these ingredients. And then I'm going to add and stir by hand 1 cup of coconut, flaked coconut. I'm going to add the mixture to my springform pan. And the recipe says to tap the pan about 3 times on the counter to get rid of any air bubbles. Okay, so now this is going into the 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes. Start checking it about 35 minutes, and when it's golden brown around the edges, it will be done. So the batter is in the oven, and I'm going to set a timer for 35 minutes. And another thing I'm going to do is put about 1/4 cup of coconut in an aluminum pan, or you can use a pie or cake plate, but I'm just using this aluminum pan, and put it into the oven to brown, because that's what we're going to use as a garnish for the top of the cheesecake when it's done before serving. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the oven with the cheesecake, and we just have to watch it carefully because it won't take very long to brown. It took the full 45 minutes to get done, but we now have our cheesecake. And it only took the coconut about 10 minutes in the oven to toast. So let's see what we have. going to sprinkle in a little bit more of the coconut, plain coconut. And then I'm going to add some of the toasted coconut. And I toasted too much, but better too much than not enough. So it looks good, but let's do a taste test. So here we are. Okay, so let me say this. I prefer the cheesecake, the New York style cheesecake that I made. But this is very good as a gluten-free option. It's not very sweet. It's not sweet enough for my taste. So when I make it again, I'll probably add a cup of sugar instead of a half cup of sugar. But the taste is very good. It's just not quite sweet enough for my sweet tooth. However, if you prefer your desserts not so sweet, then leave it at half cup of sugar. But it's very good.